Hi everyone, welcome to another tutorial of Git and version control. In this tutorial, we're gonna learn how to do rebase and merge. So let's start by imagining that you're working in a collaborative workspace. So you and your colleague are working on different features at the same time on the same code. And your colleague makes some changes in his or her branch, and you need those changes to continue your work. So in situation like this, we're going to use rebase to somehow update the current branch that we're using with the main branch, or we're going to merge the changes from two different branch. Another scenario could be when you have a default branch, and that default branch is the one that you always keep up to date. It goes to the production code, and you want your branch to always be updated based on that branch. So let's assume that main branch is actually the default branch here, and some changes is made here, like your colleague add a new file. Just simply write new file, something like this. Add some name to this. And then commit these changes. Now let's have a look on Visual Studio. So in the main branch, we have these changes. So we learned this in the previous video. We pull the changes from remote, and the last commit is gonna be here. You can see we have this commit, and if you double click on it, you see that we have a new file here, which has the letter A, means added. If you remember, we had also the letter M, which stands for modified. Okay, so this is the last commit in the main branch, and in the development branch, if you have a look, the last commit is this one. So to continue working, you need the changes from this branch. So the best thing to do is rebase. Okay, so the first step is that you have to check out the branch that you want to update, that you want to rebase onto another branch. So in this case, it's development, then run git rebase main, which means that we want to rebase this branch onto the main branch. Okay, it says successfully rebased, update, and let's have a look on the history. Okay, the incoming commits are coming from the branch that you checked out, which is, in this case, is the development. So in the development branch, we have these two commits, which doesn't exist in the main branch. So these are the changes you made on your branch, working on your task, and so on. And these three, this one, is something that is coming from the main branch. And what Rebase is doing is to make this local history somehow to flat this local history. It makes a clear local history for you. Also see this outgoing and incoming comments here. The next thing you have to do is this command. The -F, or this force option here, somehow force the Git to reapply all these changes. And if we go back here, we see that the local history is flat. We have these changes. You can see the tags here. This is coming from the main. So the base of your branch is updated with main, and it reapplied these two new commits on top of this. So that's how we do rebase. Like, it's the simplest case of rebase. There could be some scenarios that there are conflicts between main branch and your branch. We will talk about them later. Okay, so one important thing to add here, and something that you should always have in mind, is that you should never rebase the public branch, meaning that you should never rebase the main branch or master branch or any branch that you consider as the default branch in your repository. We can always rebase the feature branch, the branches that we just like created to work on our feature, on debug fix. We can rebase them with this one, but the main branch is the one that's always should always be kept updated, bug free, and all these things. So have this in mind. Okay, so that was the basic rebase. In the next video, we're gonna look over a more complex situation, scenarios that we have conflicts, how we can merge conflicts, and so on. And we talk about the difference between merge and rebase. So until then, take care and see you.